Hey everyone, Internet Vicious Book Reader here. Today I want to talk about Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi. I've only read one other of Mary H.K. Choi work, which is York, and even though it's quite a messy and flawed storytelling, I quite enjoyed York for its depiction of unlikable characters and for quite a good family dynamic in its story. So I thought I'll try to give her earlier work like Emergency Contact a try. The story involves two characters. One is Penny, Korean girl with a single mother that doesn't have enough self-awareness that she's a MILF, and a non-official boyfriend whose idea of romantic is middle schooler idea of romantic. Meanwhile, the other one, Sam, comes from a broken family. A deadbeat father, a deadbeat mother, new nieces and cousins from a remarried mother that lasts only about 2 months, and he's living rent-free in the coffee shop he works at. The story alternates between these two characters. Penny then moved away for college to learn how to write professionally. In her boarding house, she's roommate with Jude, Sam's ex-niece, and that's how the two met. Well, Jude had an immediate crush on Sam, mostly because she's dark and brooding and he's dark and brooding. They only become friends when Jude helps Sam during a panic attack. Ever since then, they become each other emergency contact. Cue title drop. Then as the story progresses, we get to see them become closer together. The writing is painfully young adult. I think the over-the-top cheesiness of the character is a bit overdone from the get-go. While a big part of it I think is intentional, since the characters are supposed to be immature and they will progress through the story, I think because of an attempt to make them feel immature, the author went a little bit too far, and as a result they become some kind of caricature of immature characters. Part of what makes it a bit too over the top is the character internal dialogue that are too busy being used as exposition dumping tool, and part of it, as I said, is on purpose. It's the internal dialogue of the teenager that wanted to become a writer for Penny and a movie director for Sam, and they're both kinda emo on the inside. But some attempt at making this part of them stand out gone a bit too far and really make them feel like they're characters that somebody wrote, and it always takes you out of the story when that happens. The character Penny, for example, has a quirk that listed options on what to choose before choosing to be passive, which got annoying really fast. First, ain't nobody got time to list all of that during a short exchange or confrontation. Maybe after the fact they'll exaggerate it using this list, but there's no way in a few second conversation time just stopped as she put a long and detailed list like it's some kind of visual novel. Some of these lists also went on for so long like she's using a Zawardo or something. And second of all, it was used too often and it's obvious that it's setting up for some big dramatic choice made by the character near the end of the story. Also, I mentioned how the idea of Penny ex-boyfriend is the most middle school idea of romance ever, but Sam and Penny's relationship is also as juvenile. Unfortunately, the other characters are worse writing-wise. They're a bunch of one-note cardboard cutout. Celeste, Penny's mom, is a typical airheaded MILF. Mallory is one of the most typical pick-me girl. Laura, Sam's ex, is basically typical manic pixie girl, and Sam and Penny is a bit more fleshed out, but even they don't make much sense as character and even more less as a romantic partner. For a romance, the character chemistry between Penny and Sam is almost to the point of uncomfortable. Their text messages are supposed to be cute and more vulnerable and honest since it's not face to face. At least that's what the writing wants us to feel, but it feels really forced. And to make it worse, the chemistry between Penny and Sam and the other character are written to be worse. That's how both of them are supposed to get closer, because it's the first time they meet someone like each other, someone they can open up to. Both because they're strangers that have a lot of similarities, and because it's not face to face and less awkward. It's a modern version of pen pal story. But the result of this attempt instead really feels like the trope he's not like the other guy or she's not like the other girls. It become even worse because Sam is a runaway that is closer to 30 and Penny is a college girl that is closer to high school. It did not put a good lens into them getting romantically involved. It can be seen from Penny's initial crush on Sam and how one-sided and almost innocent it is. It's teenage crush that is at the level of Twilight, which might not stick out like a sore thumb if not because there are a lot of throwaway skin that had a lot of social commentary on them that didn't really go anywhere. In fact, a lot of the scene didn't have the impact that they should. The scene where Sam broke up with his toxic girlfriend is supposed to be this emotional and touching scene, but it felt like the most written in social media scene with all the emotional long comeback. It got even worse when he sent a long email to Penny to apologize for not contacting her. It honestly feels like it came straight out of Tumblr. On another scene where Penny, Jude, and Mallory are supposed to feel like they've become closer than their initial encounters, It felt like we're skipping a few episodes since there's no point in the book where their character dynamic actually changed. It's just the characters are saying that they become closer to each other when they haven't. We just never see it. And most emotional scenes are like that. Penny is supposed to finally become closer with her mother, and she also finally become a couple with Sam, but none of it have the emotional impact that they should. And I'm not even asking for emotional impact at the level of Makuya or a place further than the universe, but at least have something at the level of Horimi or something, since they both have tattooed emo main character. And because the main character that had the most screen time doesn't really make much sense both as character and as a couple, the other character as a result feels much worse. It's basically everything compound and drag each other down kind of situation. The character writing is not as bad as Three Body Problem, even if they're very one note, but it is at least one more note than the characters from Three Body Problem. What makes this book feels worse is because it is dragged down by its genre, romance. Romance is one of the most predictable genre ever since it's a will they won't they of two people becoming a couple, and most of the time the answer is yes, they become a couple. So the characters are not well fleshed out, the story are uninteresting, and the ending is predictable. As a result, the book just becomes kinda boring. The good news is that at least this is a debut work and the author does get better at writing character dynamic as I mentioned at the start of this video with Yok, but I just cannot recommend this book. I give this a 1.25. What do you think? Are you gonna read it? Did I miss anything? Leave your thoughts in the comment below and subscribe to the channel. That's about it.